Los marcianos llegaron ya y llegaron bailando. Cha, cha, cha. Bienvenidos sean todos a la temporada número 12, episodio número 12 de What We Watch. Welcome everybody to season 2, episode 12 of What We Watch. Where last week we weren't able to make it, but we made it this week. Thank you guys so much for being around, for sticking around. Sorry for last week. There was some inconvenience happening. Personally, with not me, but somebody else. No, just kidding. Pero sí, no se puede hacer, guys. So, gracias por entender que no se puede hacer. Pero estamos aquí, estamos de vuelta. Entonces, para comenzar, before we get started, or while we get started, this week, esta semana, vamos a estar hablando de vamos a meternos al género de vampiros. Y va a ser algo raro porque esta semana y la que sigue va a ser el mismo género. So this week and next week we'll be discussing vampire movies. This week it was Queen of the Damned. And with all honesty, I don't even know how to feel about the film or about the story or about the dialogue or about the script. But without going any further, let's welcome a very important part of the podcast, if not the most important part of the podcast or of the show. Lorenzo, how are you doing, man?
Well, thank you very much, guys, once again for joining me. I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me again, brother. Like Quick said, I am very sorry for last week. Had some issues I had to take care of with work. It's just been horrible at work. But it's okay. We got through with it. We're up and ready. Getting ready for this next podcast. Like Quick said, we are going into the realm of vampires this week and next. Now, fun fact, I did not know that this was the sequel to Interview with a Vampire. Bless you, brother.
Thank you.
I did not know that. So
it was a sequel or the prequel?
No. The prequel is Interview with the Vampire. Sequel is
Queen of the Damned. So first is Interview with the Vampire?
Yeah. And then Queen of the Damned actually has a mix of two of Anne Rice's novels, which is The Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned.
But now it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Like it's so Warner Brothers, fun fact, the Warner Brothers fucking completely obliterated this.
Hey, Warner Brothers. I guess Warner Brothers been doing it for a while because they fucked up the DC universe.
Yeah, see, like
for Superman and Batman and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Like Warner Brothers, trae una pinche cagazón, güey.
Yeah, I think it's the Animaniacs taking over Warner Brothers again. For those of you,
I think that's the only good thing that Warner Brothers has done, güey. Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
Mm-hmm. Pinky and the Brain.
Si no eran de ellos,
Huh?
era de Warner Brothers,
Warner
Pinky and the Brain, and
yeah. But yeah, apparently Warner Brothers completely massacred this, and just being petty really with Anne Rice, because they were on their last year's contract for the novel series, and before they ran out, Anne Rice was begging them, "Hey, you know what? Like, if you're gonna do another movie, like, do it off the Vampire Lestat, like." Herself being the author to the novel series, and being you know, being the reader and following her readers things, she really wanted the readers to have the Vampire Lestat movie and then Queen of the Damned. But of course, Warner Brothers being petty as hell, they picked up writers the very last year, boom, just threw a whole bunch of cast together, mashed it up, and they made Queen of the Damned, and which was a mix of both books. But without further ado, let's get on with the show, baby.
What's the cast tree?
Huh?
You have the cast?
I sure do. So for the cast of this film, we have.
So wait, come on,
Okay,
come on.
okay.
I know why you said the cast or whatever. That's my fault. But anything good or bad about characters? Favorite character, least favorite character.
Ooh. Okay. So for me, it's Aaliyah. Aaliyah. Without Aaliyah, I don't think this movie would be worth watching anymore. Now that I've seen it, and this is coming from a very deep place, like because like I said before, this was my go-to movie. Like this was a pleasure film for me. Growing up, like I really enjoyed the whole vampire thing. I enjoyed everything that came along with it. But I just now seeing it again, like I'm not gonna lie, the first two times that I watched it, I fell asleep like the first 30-40 minutes, and then like I woke back up like halfway through the movie, try to rewind it, watched a bit of it, and then ended up falling asleep again at the end. Like I don't know if it's because I've watched it so many times, but now seeing it through like a critic's eyes, like trying to criticize the movie, like, and now knowing the background to the actual novels and the series, like it's like, fuck, because Warner Brothers like completely, like I said, when I say massacred, they massacred, bro. Like they left out main characters. Este muchacho,
The vampire?
yeah, Lestat wasn't like
Stewart.
Lestat didn't. Yeah, Townsend. He wasn't supposed to be. His creator wasn't Marius. It was supposed to be a different guy that completely wasn't here. Well, actually, I think it was Louis. Or no. Lestat creates Louis. Lestat creates Louis, and we'll see that later on with the interview with the vampire. So it's like it's un pinche revolteadero, bro. Un revolteadero.
So let me just get this straight. Like, even though they had already made Interview with the Vampire, right? Because Interview with the Vampire came out first.
Yeah, 1994.
Okay. So they didn't like follow, or they didn't continue the same story.
Yeah, no. No. Like, see, like, according to the timeline from this film, Lestat was turned into a vampire in 1788. Louis states at the beginning of Interview with the Vampire in 1994 that Lestat turned him in 1791, meaning that Lestat had only been a vampire around 3 years before creating his new companion, which we see in this movie that was completely bullshit because he fell asleep for the greater part. So yeah, like it is a complete shit show. But yeah, let's see. Of course, I mean, another fact about this movie, Aaliyah died in a plane crash shortly after the principal photography was completed, but had not yet actually performed any additional dubbing recording, like redubbing for her character. Michael Reimer called in Aaliyah's brother, Rashad Houghton, to help with overdubbing her voice following her death due to the similarities in her voice. Of course, special voiced vocal technology was also used to make his voice sound a little bit more feminine. But yeah. Okay, so let's go on into the cast. We've got we have Stuart Townsend
Dude,
playing.
are you sure you want to continue? Like, I feel like if you're like emotionally like,
I'm pissed, though.
yeah, like, if
I
this
am
is, it's
pissed.
like if this is really, como que si te
I'm
dolió,
bleeding.
güey, que le hayan cagado tanto.
Sí, güey, porque like I'm telling you, like since I had the 2 weeks to do a full dive, like I went ham online, started reading reviews from readers of the novel series, and then just seeing their points of view, hearing them out, and then of course they're all explaining like the other characters that were completely missed. Like Maret's sister was the one that originally killed Akasha, and like here they made Maret do it. Like it's a fucking shit show, like I said. But yeah, if I keep going into this, we're gonna extend this till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Um, so I didn't like any of the fucking characters.
Really,
Yeah, like
at all?
at all. Way. Like this movie should have been named Lestat and the Queen, or Lestat and the Damned. Like,
Yeah.
cause this movie is two different movies that all of us, and then they end up as one. Like, so the first whole part of the beginning way is Lestat.
Welcome, Ismail.
Let's go. I have one night. Lestat is the first part of the movie way, and then we get a little bit of him playing the violin or the viola, and then we start getting the queen, and then all of a sudden we forget about Lestat, and then it's all about the queen, and then they end up at the concert. Basically, this is the whole fucking movie. Then they up on the concert, and then it's the queen and Lestat, and then yeah, like the whole first part. No sé por qué I don't know why, no sé por qué, güey, me hicieron pasar tanto tiempo con el pendejo del vampiro. ¿Ok? Si la película no se trataba de él.
Well, it's because, like I'm saying, Warner Brothers tried to mash two different ones into a single movie,
Like, the name of the movie is The Queen of the Damned.
which was the name for the third novel.
Yeah.
The third
So,
book.
I'm guessing, right, because I didn't read the books, but I'm guessing de que el third book se trataba de Akasha.
Yes, correct.
Esta movie no se trata de Akasha. Esta movie se trata de Lestat.
Because, like I said, the second novel was the Vampire Lestat.
Yeah, no, like yo entiendo. Like I get what you're trying to tell me. What I don't get is what the fuck did the movie do? Porque like la movie me hizo hacer invest una hora, güey, de la película en alguien que no es the Queen of the Damned.
True.
Like the movie's name is the Queen of the Damned, meaning the movie is about the Queen of the Damned, not about Lestat.
Yeah.
So this movie was about Lestat. Like no va una con otra, güey, ¿sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
Y luego, para lo que me dicen de la pinche Queen, de la reina de Akasha, like basically fueron 5 minutos, güey, de explicación, y el otro, güey, me tienes viendo de pinches, ¿cómo se llama? Cuadros, güey, en paintings de donde, like, lo hicieron y la verga, y a mí qué putas me
Oh,
importa.
you're talking about Marius.
Y like, a mí qué me importa, qué puta me importa Lestat y qué puta me importa Marius si la movie se trata de la reina. Like, ¿dónde está la puta reina? Like, la reina está pinche congelada, güey, así en una silla. Like, para cuando primero la vemos, güey, está congelada, güey. Este güey le empieza a tocar el violín, la vieja dice, pues yo sé bailar, güey. Like, empezó a mover la mano, quiso hacer la Macarena, no pudo. Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
So, todo esto me lleva a pensar, güey. Todo esto me llevó a pensar de que, by the time I saw her in the movie, like, I was done with the movie, güey.
Yeah.
Like, I was like maybe, like, I thought it was gonna be like a different meaning way, or, you know, like something, but I didn't fucking see the queen until, like, an hour before the movie finished. Like, halfway through the movie, apenas, güey, se menciona la reina, o la vemos.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, going in knowing this movie from when it came out, like I really enjoyed this movie. I was a real big fan with being Aaliyah, and I mean, I really only watched this one for Aaliyah. Like I remember as a kid, I was just like, oh, I fell in love with her as soon as she came out.
Oh, I didn't even like her fucking acting. Like I was so done with the movie that I could care less about her acting.
Well, see, that's actually a fun fact. Like this was only Aaliyah's second film. She had only filmed Romeo Must Die
Yeah.
before this, and other than that, like yeah, like that was her acting career.
Yeah,
Este,
in
if you call it
her
that,
in her
yeah.
life, in her
Huh?
life, in her
And
life.
her life, yeah. But que en paz descanse. But yeah, no, like I remember, like to me, like going back, just seeing her, like when she walks in, she's got that little freaking presence where she's like almost like snake like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like the fire in her veins, like it just portrays her like I thought it was fucking sexy as hell.
I get it. Yes, like I guess sí. Like creo que sí entiendo, like de
Mm-hmm.
dónde viene, güey. Pero no, like, no cuadra nada con la película, güey.
True.
Like you know how they say like, oh, you're making everybody else look bad. Like you don't like, like it felt like that way. Like okay, like she was doing her job, but it doesn't go with the movie because the movie's not like en vez de salvar la película, güey, hizo que la película se viera peor.
We'll see, and like that's the thing. Like now seeing it, like I'd have to agree with a lot of the readers' points of views. Like now knowing like lo que se trataba, the actual the books. Like I haven't even read them. I haven't even invested the time in reading the books. But because of the reactions that I have seen and read upon like the other readers, like I completely get that because like for example like Lord of the Rings, I had read the books, seeing the movies like were it's a little bit something like it. I would imagine something completely different. Same thing I felt with like Harry Potter, the Twilight series, freaking the
Pero
movie It, like a child
bueno,
called It.
yo lo entiendo eso a medias, güey. Because un libro y una película jamás van a ser igual, güey. Porque en el libro tú te estás imaginando todo. Y en una película ya lo estás viendo a como alguien se lo imagina. Like, so no va a ser, nunca va a ser igual. ¿Sí me entiendes? Por más que quieras decir, pues like, puede ser muy similar, pero de letras a ver, no es lo mismo. Jamás va a ser lo mismo.
Well, it's because so you have to understand that sometimes authors, depending on the author of the books, some of them can be really
Detailed.
yeah, really detailed. Like, they'll let you know like oh, like and
estaba lloviendo.
her hair would glisten in the sun. You're not gonna think of a chick with black hair. If her hair is glistening in the sun, what do you think? You're thinking blonde, gold colored,
No,
or red.
it could have been like it was just her hair shiny.
Her hair was just greasy.
Well,
No se había bañado.
a lo mejor se pone aceites, güey.
Nah, güey, pues no sé.
No, like,
Bueno,
o sea, muy bien tratado el pelo, güey.
Yeah.
Pues, like, no importa si es negro, café, verde, amarillo. Listen.
yeah. Well, see, or like, there's a difference.
Like,
if they would have said, "Oh, well, Lestat was bald,"
yeah,
and then he comes out with hair,
With hair. No, yeah. Pero ahí nos vamos, güey. Yo no lo miro a mal tampoco porque yo vengo de ver Wolverine en las movies y Wolverine en las comics, güey. No es lo mismo.
True. True, yeah, because you're expecting to see
A short
the
guy.
whole Wolverine thing.
Like, you're expecting to see, or maybe he's not short, güey, but his stance makes him very short.
Yeah, it makes him stocky, like.
Yeah. O sea, a lo mejor si el güey se supiera parar derecho, güey, a lo mejor sí está alto, güey. Pero como siempre está doblado, güey.
Yeah, he's always
Yeah,
hunched.
so a lo mejor tiene una joroba, güey, no sabemos. Pero es a lo que voy, güey. El Wolverine que yo siempre he visto, o en las caricaturas o en los cómics, al Wolverine que me dieron en las movies no es el mismo, güey.
Yeah,
Pero es el mismo Wolverine.
True.
Like, it's the same. He portrays Wolverine, and that's gonna be Wolverine, güey.
Yeah.
Like, es como. Ahí te va, güey. Es como si Superman lo hicieran. Because he's an alien, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. ¿Qué colores son los marcianos para nosotros?
Verdes. O
Sí o sí,
grises.
Superman es verde, güey. No podemos decir nada.
Mm-hmm.
Porque Superman es un marciano.
True.
Like, lo pueden poner de cualquier color, güey. Pero si Superman es Superman, güey, puede ser cualquier puto color, güey.
True.
Dígame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see where he is. Okay, you're knocking down my fumes a little bit. Estás apagando, but
No,
all right.
pero pero eso es lo que voy, güey. Como mientras el character, aunque el character del libro al character que tú estás viendo no se parezcan físicamente,
Mm-hmm.
pero sigue siendo el mismo character, güey, no te puedes quejar. Porque nada más que una persona se imaginó al character de alguna manera y otra se lo imaginó de otra manera. Es ahí el problema.
Yeah.
So, si aquí sí decía, güey, oh, Lestat is 7 foot tall, fat, like, you know, with yellow teeth, y este güey está bien bonito, güey, mamado, pues así te quedas así como que sí, no mames. Sí, no mames. O sea, este Lestat no es aquel Lestat, ¿sí me entiendes? Pero I don't think features matter as much as the essence of the character.
True.
That's why I don't have an issue with the Little Mermaid being black.
Yeah. Welcome, Autumn. We are
We're discussing Queen of the Damned.
yes.
¿Qué pastilla te tocó hoy? A la verga, ¿qué pastilla de qué, güey?
¿Pastilla de qué? ¿Quién anda enfermo?
No sé, para la verga.
¿O será porque andamos tomando? Bueno, yo estoy tomando café.
Y yo, sí, güey. Bueno, pero sí, güey, like, y yo por eso digo, like as long as the character has the same essence as the books, the character could be a female or even at that way, it could be a female character in the books, y si lo hacen male or vice versa, güey, as long as the essence of the character is the same.
Go to board.
Oh, puñetas. Es un scheduler, güey.
Te está diciendo viejito, ¿eh?
Es más viejo él, güey.
Ah, pues sí, cierto.
Es más viejo él a la verga. Anything about the movie, Wayne, that you want to discuss into detail before we continue going?
Anything else? What? Oh, I'm sorry.
That you want to discuss into detail about the movie before we continue? Like, que si te tocaron los huevos, güey, decir, no mames.
Other than the straight up massacre of the written version over the produced version.
What's up, Marky Mark?
What's going on, brother? Like, no, I can't say it. Like,
Otra cosa que sí me... It didn't make any sense, güey. Estos güeyes estaban hechos de roca,
de piedra.
de piedra. I watched like 15 minutes of it, lame movie.
That hurts. That hurts, but I understand. I understand.
She slashes through the rocks, güey, y mata al güey. Al king.
Ankle.
Ok. Hazme entender cómo, güey. Se tiene que... No, güey. Se tiene... Es como si tú le pegas a... Vamos a ponerlo, por ejemplo. If you stab him, le sacas el de este, no va a sangrar.
No, sí sangre nada más que se recupera.
No, pero no, güey. Ponte a pensar así. Este güey, ¿cómo se murió, güey? Si ya estaba muerto.
Well, that's why, like, he can't die.
Exactly. And they said that he died, that she killed him. Like, vemos las scratches y el güey está así todavía. Like, nunca se movió. La única que se movió es ella. O sea, ¿cómo saben que está muerto? Primero se tiene que tratar de ¿cómo se llama? De revivir para poder saber que no puede, güey. Like, se tiene que cambiar humano para poder morirse.
Yeah.
Este güey estaba de piedra, güey. Así, con la slash. Like, jamás se movió. So, no pueden, like, eso también me tocó los huevos, güey, porque, I'm like, okay, ya. Ya te aguanté que este güey es un rockero, güey, diciendo todas las pinches chingaderas de los vampiros, ¿ok? Ya te pasé eso, güey. Yo ya te creí eso, ¿ok?
Mm-hmm.
Te creí que un vampiro, güey, era un... Like, he was famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blade was better. Actually, Blade was your number one movie for last
Yeah,
season,
for
right?
last one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mine was 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know what movie was the worst one? Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I'm not gonna go there. Well, Blade was a lot better. Blade was
Yes, miles better.
like
Miles better.
Blade acabó la race, güey, y esta apenas iba comenzando. Like,
Yeah.
like race was in a Formula One car, and this movie was like on a scooter, like on the fucking little.
Iba en el moped.
Yeah, en un moped.
Meep, meep.
Bueno, pero sí, güey, like I was like, okay, ya, güey, like, ¿qué tanto más te tengo que creer? Like, ¿qué tanto más quieres que me muelo, güey? A donde digan, ah, ya es mucho, güey. Like, entiendo, es una movie de vampiros, pero tampoco no mames. Es como decir, ah, te voy a matar, pero ya estás muerto. Cabrón.
Well, I mean, it's because that just ties in with all of the vampire movies. Porque everyone, like even in Blade, like they're already dead and they get killed again,
No, pero no,
or killing the undead.
no, los hace vaporize con la de esta, güey. Like, no los mata, los hace vaporize. Porque muertos ya están.
Sí, por eso digo.
Sí,
But it's the same thing that happens with them. The only thing that it didn't happen with Enkel.
yeah, y eso es lo que voy. No pueden decir que está muerto o que ella se deshizo de él, güey, si no se ha levantado. Like, he hasn't tried to come back. Like, ahora, si tiene suficientes uñas, güey, para hacerlo scratch y arrancarle piedra, entonces, güey, si le agarra la mano, güey, lo mata a la verga.
Pero pues acuérdate, güey, esta pinche ruca tenía el poder de nada más entrar y nada más voltearte a verte con la cara de fuchi y hacerle ¡guau! Y te encendía. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Eso es lo que voy. ¿Y dónde estuvo eso cuando sí lo ocupaba, güey?
yeah.
Pues no le mocharon los ojos. Like, no es como que si la cegaron al último.
Yeah.
Like, you got me? Like, pudo haber hecho todo con los ojos, güey. Y al último ya no supo hacerlo.
Well, it's because at the end, remember, everybody was draining their power. And she was able to kill off.
What? Pero con la mano, güey.
Sí, no. She was able to kill off
Like, one of them.
2 of them.
One of them.
2. El señor del pelo largo chinito y the Hindu-looking lady.
I don't remember the lady. I remember the guy now.
Yeah. The Hindu-looking lady, the one with the green robe, she ended up killing her off too, and then she was going to kill off the little blonde boy. And then he came back. Like,
pero
he
era
was
con
able
las
to-
manos, güey. No era con la mirada.
Pues sí, pero por eso te digo que like she would need to use her hand like
Yeah, y eso es lo
para
que voy.
encenderte.
Like, que tiene tantos poderes, güey, que dónde quedaron.
But they were being
Ay, no, ay, Dios, ay, ay.
No pasa nada, estuvo muy chingón, güey. Lo hiciste muy bien, lo hiciste muy cabrón, güey. No pasa nada.
No, but yeah, what's going on, Grims?
¿Qué onda, Grims? ¿Qué onda, Grims?
Pero yeah.
Like, I don't know, güey. Like, this movie was... It's not as bad as Scary Movie, güey. And it's not as bad as Sweeney Todd. Actually, it could be as bad... It could... Honestly, güey. Se me hace que se hayan un tiro Sweeney Todd y...
Ay, güey. Ese ya me dolió. Ahí sí me dolió, bro. I can't take it away. I can't take it away from the fact that I know that
It's because it just felt like two different movies in one, way.
it's because it is. It's a mashup. It's a mashup, and it's horribly done.
Yeah.
It's horribly done, like by the writers, Warner Brothers.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, porque...
Te entiendo.
No, y no es como que si... Ok, so ahí te va, güey. Yo no sabía que eran dos libros diferentes.
Yo, according to the last episode, you told me they were like, oh, they're books, and I was like, really? Boom.
Yeah,
And then that's what tied me into like going to do some research.
So, sí se vio, güey, que eran dos libros diferentes en la película. Porque la primera hora es algo que no entiendo por qué putas madres like, why I invested so much time. si la movie no se trataba del pinche vampiro, se trataba de la diosa, de Kesha o Kisha o
La Kasha.
Kasha. Ok. Y a ella no la vi mucho, güey.
Yeah.
Like, so, es lo que más me cayó en los huevos. De que, like, lo que más mal me cayó es de que ella no sale lo que debería de salir, güey, para la película ser de ella.
Yeah.
Es como ponerle una movie, güey, no sé, güey, las hormigas y salen puros pájaros a la verga. Sí, 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 ¿me entiendes? O las hormigas y nomás salen animales que se comen las hormigas, güey. No, así como que, cabrón, ¿para qué le pones hormigas, güey, si se trata de los güeyes que se tragan las hormigas?
True.
Like,
Tienes mucha razón.
o poner una movie de Woody, güey, y nomás salen todos los characters, güey, y no sale Woody, güey. Like, Woody nomás sale cuando juegan con él. Y la movie se trata de like, el niño, de la mamá, de la niña. Like, no se trata de Woody. O sea, como que, no te pases de ver.
False advertising.
Sí, güey, like, entonces sí.
It's like old duels.
What?
It's like old duels. They promote beer and it's got zero alcohol
Yeah.
because it's non-alcoholic. So
Actually, it has 0.01% alcohol.
really,
Yep. So if you drink enough old duels, you'll get drunk.
just put up Bill, because I drank a whole fucking 24 pack of that.
No. Well,
Trying to
24
freaking-
packs only 0.24%.
No, pues primero me voy a ahogar de tanto pinche liquid in my body.
Te puedes empedar, pero a suficiente cantidad.
Yeah.
Y luego una 12 ouncer te dura 1 hora en tu sistema. So, a ver, ponte a hacer las matemáticas de cuántas horas tienes que tomar a qué rate.
No. Espérate. Don't make me go on my. You're making my little monkey in my head start bringing out the calculator.
Güey. It's not as bad as Scary Movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. También se tira un paro.
You think it's as bad as Scary Movie?
Mm.
Guys, si han visto Queen of the Damned, is it as bad as Scary Movie? Like, yo no creo que sea tan mala, güey, como Scary Movie.
Okay.
Like, not by much.
Mm-hmm.
Pero yo no creo que sea tan mala como Scary Movie.
Yeah. I'm looking at the scores and I'm thinking, yeah, it might be as bad because of the ratings I gave them, and I already had my rating in my head when I walked in today.
What was your rating at the beginning? Like, before we even started.
Like when I walked in,
Yeah.
I thought it was already a 4. Like I was thinking in my head, I was like, if it's not a 3, it's a 4. Like I'm to be honest with you, like I said, the only reason now that I can see this movie is because of Aaliyah, and not even that much anymore. But the music, the soundtrack too. Like the soundtrack did stay in my head.
You know what? It sounded like if it was corn.
It is.
It is?
So that is a fun fact. What's his name? Jonathan Davis of Korn actually wrote a lot of like the singing voice of Lestat was applied by Jonathan Davis of Korn. But however, because of the contract difficulties, like Davis could not sing on the soundtrack album release. The 5 songs written by him and Richard Gibbs for the movie were then performed on the album by Marilyn Manson, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, David Dramian from Disturbed, Wayne Static of Static X, and Jay Gordon of Orgy. So like that's why too, like, and to me now it's just like a soundtrack album that I can listen to. And even then, like, it was mediocre. Like, it wasn't even like
So this is Riley. I think it depends on the genre you like. Since I'm more of a comedy movie guy, I think Scary Movie was way better. I still think Scary Movie is a piece of shit movie. Like, I like comedies.
yeah.
Like, I like comedies. But Scary Movie, like, lo dije last week, no es nada en contra tuyos, Melly, pero last week sí, güey, like, or 2 weeks ago, like, Scary Movie, or 3 weeks ago, actually. Like, Scary Movie 1, the first 5 minutes of the movie, like, the first scene where there actually is a scary movie type of movie,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fall on stupid ass jokes, like, works. Other than that way, it's just stupid.
It's just.
Like, the script doesn't go anywhere. Like, there's things that don't even fucking make sense. Like, anyways, but we already talked about that one. Pero sí, like, my opinion. Y pues tu opinión también, güey, está bien, güey. But I guess it does matter, like, I
Yeah,
guess,
it does depend, like, on
your genre, like,
yeah. I can't take that away from Smiley.
do we?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you already said, like, at the
Yeah,
beginning
like-
you had a 4. Oh, wow, I can't wait for this.
yeah.
You gave
so-
Sweeney Todd a 3 way, so.
I know. Yeah, that's why I was looking at the board and I was like, well, yeah, I gave both Scary Movie and Sweeney Todd a 3, so
Damn.
yeah, it's up there with them, or down there with them.
Up there, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Anything else, güey?
Not off the top of my head.
No.
Yeah, I think I got most of that off my chest.
So, I lost interest in this movie very, very quick. By the hour mark, ya para cuando salió la Lía, güey, I was like, ya, no te quiero ver, güey. Ya me aventé una puta hora de un pendejo que no se trata la película, güey, para venir a verte a ti. Like, I am not fond of this movie. Like, I won't watch it again, güey. Like, not even if it's like on cable television, like, así de que,
Put it in the background. Yeah.
nada, güey. No la voy a volver a ver, güey. Es probable que primero mire la movie de Sweeney Todd, güey, a volver a ver esta película.
Wow.
And I said that I would never see Sweeney Todd.
I know. That's why I said wow. But no, I get it, man. I get it 100% because I mean, I can tell already, like, the way my mind was when I was younger compared to myself now. Like, I can tell there is a big difference in my likings, like what I'd like to see, what I want to see, like what's really intriguing to my mind, what really calls to me. Like I'm telling you, back then, well, shit, you guys knew me. I was in my little goth stage, and had my long hair and all that stuff. So, I guess it was just a little phase,
Yeah.
because it really didn't stick.
Well,
And I mean,
Little Nicky is a way better movie than this movie.
who?
Little Nicky.
Oh, fuck, by far. I love Little Nicky.
Like, so talking about comedy and, like, not even vampires, way, but goth-like movies. Little Nicky was a way better movie than this movie.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot, because I really don't like Little Nicky.
Wow, you don't like Little
Nah,
Nicky?
it's not like, oh my god, let me go put on
Oh,
Little Nicky.
no, yeah, no. But yeah, like, I just think it's funny, and I
It
do
makes,
follow
you know
Adam
what?
Sandler
You know what's
movies.
so stupid, way? This movie is supposed to be a serious movie, right? It's supposed to take itself serious. Little Nicky makes a lot more sense than this movie.
I'm telling you, Anne Rice, like, freaking hated it.
I don't doubt it. Way.
Like, she hated it because, like, she even said, like, this was a horrible setup for her, for what she intended her work to be. And I don't blame her, man. Like, now, like, it hurts so much that I don't even want to read the books to like know exactly how much Warner Brothers fucked this
it
up
up?
for her. Yeah. Because, like I said, they're missing characters. They're completely messing around with timelines, with different like upbringings. Like I said, Marius wasn't even the one that created Lestat in the novel. Like, and like, according to this, like, the timeline
Yeah,
with
that's
Lestat and Louis are
Pero deja tú, güey, la movie
Completely
itself,
different.
like, Interview with the Vampire, gives you a fucking timeline.
yeah.
How the fuck don't you remember that you yourself, as a movie, give a timeline? Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Mm-hmm.
Like, porque la first, como tú dijiste, es, like, sobre los vampires, o sobre Lestat y cómo Marius hizo que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. En la first movie dijeron otra cosa, güey. O los años eran diferentes. Y en la movie sale que se la pasó dormido. Entonces, o se la pasó dormido, o estamos hablando de otro güey diferente.
See, and like another thing, like this movie or this film was supposed to be based off like the 1980s era, the 1980s rock and roll era, you know, with the dude with tight pants and leopard print shoes and, you know,
Yeah.
fucking long hair, like poofy hair. You know, they were supposed to be out there looking like Def Leppard, and in turn they made them like, yeah, they still kept like the goth look, but they switched it over. Instead of 1980s, this looks like it was like early 2000s. Like, you know, like they made it look a lot more modern than what like the book was saying it was
I
supposed to
think they
be.
tried to do too much, güey. At the same time.
Yeah.
Like, aparte de hacer join las two movie or los two books, like, it felt like they were trying to do too much with very little time on the screen. Like, porque yo todavía no entiendo, güey. O sea, así te la pongo, güey. Yo todavía no entiendo qué chingados hacía Ali en la película, güey.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. So think about it. I know it's Queen of the Dam, right? El propósito de la película, al principio, era, hey, este güey está diciendo todos los secretos de los vampiros, vamos a identificarlo y vamos a buscarlo, vamos a platicar con él.
No, their intent was to kill him.
I'm sorry?
Their intent was to kill him.
Okay,
not to
okay.
talk. Yeah, like
So the intent was to kill him. That's the premise of the beginning of the movie. So the whole point was, oh, we're gonna have this concert or whatever, whatnot. El peor del concert era ir ahí, güey, y ahí hacerlo. Okay. No ocupabas a Lía, güey. Like, la movie ya se trataba de algo, cabrón. Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, no ocupabas nada más. La movie se trataba, este güey está diciendo los secretos, ya despertó, vamos a buscarlo, vamos a encontrarlo, tiene un concierto, vamos a ir al concierto, ¿cómo vamos a llegar ahí? ¿Por qué vamos a llegar ahí? Like, eso se trata la película.
Yeah.
Right? Que si se enamoró o no se enamoró, todo hubiera salido bien. Como tú quieras, güey. Like, it would have been like, oh, well, she's flirting with him, she's looking for him, like, whatever, like, they're playing this back and forth, se va a enamorar, no lo van a matar, la va a convertir, como tú quieras verlo. No ocupabas a Leon, no ocupabas a Kesha,
La
Kesha,
Kasha.
la Kasha, la Kasha,
Akasha.
Akasha, Akasha. No es eso, dude.
Vamos a Cocho.
So, no lo ocupabas, güey. Entonces, ya le metí, ok, está bueno. So, ya me aventé una hora de, este güey va a ir a hacer el puto concierto, esta chava y estos güeyes lo quieren chingar. ¿Qué va a hacer este güey para salir de esto? Porque se está enamorando de ella o ella se está enamorando de él. Like, you know? Y luego me avientas a la pinche mona en la piedra o en la silla sentada piedrosa. O sea, hecha piedra. No piedrosa de hacer piedra. Sí.
Sí, pues dije, pues qué pedo, güey. Yo
Pero-
nunca la vi fumando.
Sí.
No mames.
Y no yo.
Aunque sí parece media flaca, andaba muy flaca.
No, sí, güey. She skipped a few dinners.
Sí.
Like, no le entendí, güey. No, o sea, entonces, ¿para qué chingados me dijiste lo del principio de la película? Like, si la película se trata de la vieja y este güey pelea, like, que quieren matar a esta vieja.
Es como te digo, like, they try to mix two in one. So it's like trying to mix, ¿cómo te diría?
¿Sabes cómo que se siente, güey? Como que trataron de hacer unos tacos campechanos, güey.
Y le salieron de
Sí,
carne.
le salieron de la chingada. Sí, haz de cuenta. Como querían echarle al taco, lo querían hacer de res, güey, de puerco y con chorizo. Y tenía muy poquito res, muy poquito chorizo y muy poquito puerco, güey.
Que esa tu madre.
Sí, era más tortilla, güey. La tortilla era doble para poder que llene. ¿Sí me entiendes? La que sí se sintió, güey. O si lo quieres poner de diferente manera, güey. Sabes que a veces vas a un lugar y, like, oh, pues, sabe rica, que no sé qué, pero like, te mandan el plato, güey, está como muy tosco, güey. Como chingo de cosas en el plato y dices, como que qué vergas y esto, cómo se come.
Yeah.
Like, que a veces da
Que esté
asco.
saturado, yeah.
Bueno, así se sintió la movie, güey. Estaba muy saturada de pendejadas que no ocupas.
Mm.
Like, ya me... Sí.
Sí, sí, claro, no, y te entiendo. Y al principio, like at the beginning, I thought it was like de huerquillo. Like I thought it was like, ah, no, está con madre, está con madre. Chingo de vampiros de andan acá matando y que las viejas acá. Ya sé que el otro, um, pero de rato, like it was
Déjame agarrar agua, güey.
It was
Porque ya
not
me acabé
so-
el pinche vaso de...
it was not so like how I
You
like.
know, even at that, way, we haven't even gotten to the CGI, way. The CGI didn't even fucking bother me, way.
Wow.
Like, porque yo estaba hasta...
I actually thought that was gonna be
No,
one
no,
of your
porque yo
biggest
estaba
things.
hasta la verga de la película, güey. Like,
Yeah, you had already made your mind.
sí. Ahorita el comercial, güey.
Órale. Well, let's go ahead and
We
give
haven't
out
even fucking
shout outs.
started the beginning of the
Yeah, I know. We haven't even started. Let's go ahead and give out shout outs to our sponsors. Chingado, no me salió. No, sí. Los Rosales HT. No, it's because it's not coming out of my chat. Thank you very much for Los Rosales HT for their wonderful, ¿cómo se llama? Candies. Let's go ahead and say thank you to Mitos Creations for their wonderful cups. Guys, if you guys need candies, cups, go ahead and hit Los Rosales HT and cups for ¿cómo se llama? Mitos Creations. And of course, last but not least, OG Barber. If you guys need a haircut, go ahead and hit him up. He'll get you faded and ready out the door, looking great. But yeah, no man, this is bananas. We haven't even started and we already gave ratings and shit.
No, what your rating?
Oh, my rating,
Yeah, because of what you thought. I wonder if it's gonna be even better or worse. Honestly, like, I really want to see like if this movie does anything. Like, if we talk about it more, will it get worse or will it get better? But aquí está la cosa,
I'm
güey.
locking it in. I'm locking in my answer right now.
But this is the thing, when you saw it, this is like a few times after that you've seen it. Like,
Yeah.
¿sí me entiendes? Like, this isn't the first time. Para mí era la primera vez que la vi, güey, y la movie a la hora, güey, yo ya no la quería ver.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as me tiraron lo de Alía, güey, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Ya, like, ya no me voy a tragar más de su mierda. Like, ya. Like, ahí llegué. I
Yeah.
concur, dice Peter.
Yeah, me salieron, pero. A ver qué dijo Ismael.
So,
What?
Lestat has slumbered for 2 centuries. But the world above his tomb has changed from colonial pretension of the 18th century to a more free and colorful world of new, more revealing fashions, louder music, caring for the world's future, and hungry machines, and the hungry machine that is the media. He rises from his resting place and feeds upon a victim, feeling more revitalized than ever before. He then proceeds to go and find where the music he hears, de dónde estaba saliendo la pinche música que está escuchando. Delighted to discover that it is from his old house, and soon shows the young mortal band his talents and make them famous. Or he tells them that he's gonna make them famous, right? Just to follow him.
Yeah.
Calling the rock band the Vampire Lestat. He ¿se llamaba la band?
Yeah.
He is controversial, over the top, and early sauces. Sí, güey. Está raro el morro. Sí, está raro el morro. Portraying all the sins of the world in his lyrics and his overall
Really satious, way.
satious. Oh, whatever. Demore? Damn, what the fuck is this?
¿Dónde andas?
Portraying all the sins of the world in his lyrics and his overall demure. Demure?
The more.
Demure. But unaware to him, a young member of a secret vampire expert society, which is fucking stupid shit,
I know.
is in fact upset. Bueno, I guess I believed it, way right? Porque I have to believe that I'm like this. I'm in this world.
Yeah, you have to follow along.
Yeah. So se las doy, güey. Se las compro, güey. Aquí todavía yo estaba comprando el stock para esta pinche película, güey. Is in fact obsessed with him and reads the thoughts that he put in his diary that her boss David found. She learns of his maker, the talented painter Marius, who kidnapped him from his homeland and made him immortal to have an outside link to the ever-changing world. Lestat proves to be more trouble than he's worth, wanting to be seen and heard by mortal. Fuck, iba a tomar agua, pero and not be in the shadows, waiting to feed upon them. He learns to play the violin like an angel, but kills the gypsy girl and her father after revealing his supernatural attributes while hunting with Marius. Anything up to here?
Nope.
Anyway,
We're gonna be able to run through this.
like we went very, very quick through this, and this is about half of the fucking movie.
Yeah, well, this is like about a quarter in, but yeah, it's horrible. Okay, so then he discovers a secret room that Queen Akasha and her king slumber in. He plays a violin for her and falls into her trap of drinking her blood. But he is changed to the bed by Marius and discovers that Akasha and her king are the makers of all vampires. Brutal and bloodthirsty, they had drank the ancient world dry and finally lost their will to drink. Later, Lestat awakens alone to find Marius is gone, and so are Akasha and her mate, showing Lestat that after all is said and done, we are all alone. Even more intrigued by this nocturnal heartthrob, Jesse sets out to a vampire club in the old section of London, only to be nearly devoured by a pack of yuppie vampires and be rescued by Lestat. She tells him of her reading his diary and asks about his violin, telling him he can't have forgotten about it. He returns home and once again plays the treasured instrument. The next day he has a press conference with his band and stirs up trouble with both humans and vampires, saying that the immortals must come and find him at his one and only concert in the valley.
So,
anything up to there? Sorry, I had a burp. Excuse me.
So, this guy, so este güey puede salir, okay. So, unlike other vampires, estos güeyes pueden salir durante el día, pueden andar todo el día, o nada más pueden andar en la noche.
No, they can only be around at night. That's why whenever he does his press conferences, he does them via video, via Skype. That's why he's doing that. Whenever he does do concert, or the only concert he does hold in Death Valley, he's doing it at night. So this is the reason. Now, later on, once Akasha claims him to be her next prospect, like her next king or whatnot, drinking her blood because of her ancient blood or power or whatever, because they're the makers of vampires. It's the same thing with like Blade, like how when
Pero Blade era porque se hizo humano. Like su mamá.
No, pero the main one, the main god, I think it's on part 2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You remember that part?
Yeah.
So like it's that same concept. Like it's like the very first maker, he can actually walk around during the day because they're so ancient and whatnot. That's when he's actually able to walk.
So pure bloods are like, because they are the purest form of a vampire, they get to walk. Mm-hmm. So if you drink their blood, you're able to walk because your blood will now become more pure.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. The purer the blood of a vampire, the more they can walk during the day, or they get the ability to walk during the day. Yeah. It's like a power unlocked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cheat code.
Okay. So, y la razón por la cual bueno, otra cosa que se me hizo raro. ¿Por qué dejaron entrar a la morra al club, güey? Si ellos huelen que no es vampira.
Porque acuérdate, ella se se arrima junto con
otros vampiros.
los otros
Sí, güey.
vampiros.
Pero la huelen.
Pues sí, pero han de haber pensado, no, pues viene otro vampiro con nosotros. Atrás de nosotros, sí, no. Sepa la madre, no sé por qué, pero ahí
Like,
es
¿sí me
donde, ahí
entiendes?
es donde sí es donde
Porque
se
desde ahí,
pendejan.
güey, like, la identifican. Nada más entran y la identifican que ella no pertenece ahí.
Ujú.
Los güeyes que están en la puerta también lo pueden oler, güey. Así que, hey,
¿Tú de dónde? ¿Qué
sí,
para dónde? ¿Qué
sí,
pedo?
¿sí me entiendes?
Nada, pero pues si te avientan un taquito extra en la taquería, ¿tú crees que no te lo vas a aventar?
No, no, sí, güey. Pero si yo veo que el taquito se ve diferente a los otros 5 tacos, voy a preguntar así como, ¿y este taco de qué es?
Espérate, pues te andaba comiendo de trompo, ¿por qué me traes de fajita?
Sí, güey. Sí, ¿sí me entiendes?
Ya.
Like, ¿este taco de quién es? ¿O este taco qué es? Like, preguntas, güey. No,
Sí.
nomás te lo comes por comértelo.
Pues por eso también la investigaron los...
Pero ya
los
estando
mismos.
adentro, güey.
Sí, ya están adentro.
Like,
Pues sí, pues es que ya me lo pusieron en la mesa, no le pedí, güey, pues ¿qué es el que me lo vas a traer? No,
sí,
no,
güey.
no.
Pero eso es lo que voy, güey. Like, los otros también. Bueno, pues quién sabe, güey. Porque cuando están, like, cuando ella está viendo a todos, like, todas, like, están bailando y la reconocen de que ella no es.
Ujú.
Like, los vampires reconocen que ella no pertenece.
Bueno.
Like, los que están bailando con los otros güeyes que ya están todos sangrados.
Ujú.
Like, and they look at her and make eye contact. Si esos güeyes que están en la pista pudieron notar que ella no es vampira, güey. Imagínate los güeyes con las que ella se entró, güey. A eso, güey. That was my point.
Ujú.
Like, that's another thing that I'm like, no mames. Oye, so, todos pudieron notar que no era vampiro, menos el güey que le checó la puerta a la verga. Because
El que
they
está
know.
encargado, el que está encargado.
Así, ¿qué tipo de pendejo es el güey que está encargado? ¿Qué tipo de vampiro pendejo es el que está encargado para dejarle entrar?
Yeah.
So, eso también. De ahí para allá, güey. Like, again, up to here no hay pedo, güey, porque la historia solamente se trataba de él.
Ujú.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, hasta aquí todavía era, ok, la película, it's named Queen of the Damned,
Ujú.
pero apparently the movie's about Lestat. O sea, aquí todavía yo estaba de que, vamos a caminar. No está tan mal.
Ujú.
Ujú.
Ahora, lo que a mí sí me chocó fue de ese jale donde están adentro del club and you see other vampires feeding on their human hosts, right? You start seeing them andan todos chupi chupi, que la madre, they're all sharing y todo el pedo. Te agarra de la botana. Pero when you see vampires attacking humans outside of the club, they're usually screaming, ay, no mames, un pinche vampiro. Adentro del club, no. You don't see no one fucking screaming. Not like ponle, even with the music, like you wouldn't be able to hear the screams. But even while they're being portrayed, like seeing them like taking blood from their hosts.
Yeah, they looks like if they're in trance, like if they're enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're kinky ass bitches. Like, sí, porque está el güey, está el vato sentado y están las dos viejas, las dos morras, y like, lo están chupando a la muerte, güey.
Sí.
So, esta es otra cosa. Así como tú dijiste ese, güey, pero ¿por qué no gritaron? ¿A poco no duele, güey, porque estás en el club?
Sí. Yeah, like.
Like, ahora, si te pueden chupar, güey, no te van a matar.
True.
Ahora, las personas que están en el club, güey, nada más te muerden por placer y te dejan ir, porque apparently you can't control, güey, how much blood you suck. Like, once you taste blood, you can't control how much blood you suck. Like, te los exprimes a morir.
Yeah, the only thing they do is hold back
Yeah.
before they completely
Yeah,
drain
but
you.
once they sink their fangs in, or their fangs in, like, that's it, güey. Te van a chupar hasta que te mueran. Y estos en el club, no, güey. Chupaba, y ya. Y seguían bailando. Like, so, ¿qué tipo de vampiros son estos?
Son los que están a dieta, güey.
Sí.
Están
No,
a
no,
dieta.
pero, ¿sí me entiendes?
Es
Like,
que nada más es la botana en el bar, güey. No vas a cenar al bar, tú vas
pero,
nada más a
ahora,
botanear.
¿cuántos de estos güeyes que sí chuparon, que los vampiros sí los chuparon, cuántos no se convierten en vampiros a la verga ahora?
Pues que acuérdate, para convertirte en vampiro tienes que tomar la sangre.
De tanta chupadera, yo quiero ir a ese club. Hubieras visto la película, primo.
Ay.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like, ¿qué tienen que hacer para convertirse en vampiros?
Tienen que tomar la sangre del vampiro.
Bueno, entonces ninguno de estos güeyes se va a convertir en vampiro.
No, nomás lo tienen ahí de...
Ok, so mañana en su trabajo, güey, no van a notar, güey. La pinche.
No, pues creo que nada más los van a matar. O sea, no los van a convertir en vampiros, nada más los van a matar y ya, pa' ahí, tanta. Like, se les acabó el pedo. O no sé, a lo mejor los tengan de pets, de mascotas, no sé. Sí, nada más cuando ocupo
Esa es a lo que voy, güey, porque aparentemente van a ir a divertirse, güey. Pero deben de entrar con un vampiro.
Ujú.
Por las preguntas que le hicieron a la morra, es con quién viniste y a quién le perteneces.
Mm.
Like, because basically that was the question. Like, who do you belong to?
Yeah.
Or who's your
Host.
host?
Ujú.
So, eso quiere decir, güey, que todos los que están ahí entraron con un vampiro.
Mm.
Y bueno, vamos a go back to the root of ¿y por qué ella no, güey? Porque así puede entrar sola. But,
Espérame.
es otra cosa, güey, que también me puse a pensar.
Mm.
Como tú pensaste de que, güey, ¿por qué estos puñetas no están gritando?
Ujú.
Y yo pensé, deja tú que no estén gritando, güey, lo están gozando, güey. ¿Y qué va a pasar? Like, ¿van a ir como si nada mañana a su trabajo, güey? O van a salir, deja tú, van a salir de ahí, güey. Van a caminar para su casa. O van a manejar, güey. Y de repente digo, ah, la verga, ¿por qué me siento mareado? Ah, no mames, sangré. Ven,
Y pues, ¿qué me picó? Pues, ¿qué pedo?
sí,
Tengo dos
sí,
pedos.
porque traigo dos piquetes aquí, güey.
Pues, ¿qué pedo?
¿Por qué me estoy desangrando? Like, sí, no
¿A
mames.
dónde fue? Chingada madre, no.
Y le hicimos,
Perdí bastante, sí.
¿a poco no sintieron, güey, donde entraron los pinches dientes?
A lo mejor estaban drogados. No sé, güey. Para decirte el chile, no sé. Yo también por eso te digo, like, no lo entendí.
Okay. Soon after, we see all of the shit. Oh, bueno, pues después de que este güey empieza a hablar con ella, que no sé qué, no sé cuánto, recibe una visita de Marius y escucha o le dice Marius que Akasha ya se levantó, güey, y que aquí está, drank her king to death.
Ya ves, no lo rasguñó.
Güey, look for it. Look for the things, güey. Güey, son claws, güey, at his neck, güey. No lo chupó a la muerte, güey.
Ah, no mames, hasta hicieron un IPA.
Ya, güey.
Hicieron un IPA que se llama Queen of the Damned.
Let me see if we can find the fucking.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the image of ankle being sucked dry, but no, I'm not seeing any images that are popping up.
¿Cómo se llama, güey?
Akasha and ankle.
How do you spell his name?
ENKL, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, IL. Okay, so I see an image, but no, it looks like she done freaking bit a chunk off of his throat.
Fuck, I can't see it. I can't find it.
Nada más ponle Queen of the Dam, Akasha ankle. Like, don't put anything else. And under images, it should be like the second one.
Ankle?
Yeah, ENKIL.
E-N.
Yeah, what did I say? I.
No. Lo estoy buscando. Oh, it is the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is not a fucking bite, Lorenzo.
Well, I didn't no scratch either.
That is not a fucking bite.
Y a ver si se movió el güey nomás.
Se movió, güey. Pero no mames, that is not a scratch, güey.
Mm.
I mean, that is not a bite. It cannot be a scratch either, but that is not a bite, güey.
Bueno, it was 2 bites.
Like, ¿cómo lo mordió? Ah, bueno, ¿cómo lo mordió, güey?
Pues con los dientes, me imagino.
O sí, bueno, pero si lo mordió con los dientes, güey, ¿qué tan grande está? Le tira la boca a la verga, güey. Haz de cuenta que le mordió la mano, like, she literally bit his Adam's apple, güey, but from the back. All the way to the front.
Bien, se le pega como un pedazo de aquí. Todo este pedazo.
Y haz de cuenta como le hizo así.
Sí, pues sí es cierto. Cuando le das la mordida a la pinche manzana no sale tan grande así.
Deja tú, güey. Lo del medio, it's deeper, güey.
Ujú.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes? Son como, por eso te digo that it's more like a claw, güey. Like, como con 3 fingers, güey, o como con 4 fingers. Y con el del medio, güey, le arrancó lo demás. Bueno, pero... a ver.
A ver, me mareo. My bad.
Nah, you're good, you're good. Entonces, ¿en qué estaba? Akasha seeks to make him her. Bueno. Now she is after Lestat, as is Jesse, but for different reasons. Akasha seeks to make him the new king, and Jesse wants to learn more about immortality from him. The night before the concert, Jesse's wish is almost answered as Lestat very nearly turns her, but he disappears, claiming that she doesn't truly want the dark gift. At the concert, the vampires gather and try to kill Lestat, but Marius helps him fight them off. When Akasha arrives, she promptly flies Lestat off to an island resort where she's killed the entire populace and makes love to him in a mixture of mortal love making, mental, and also drinking from him and having him drink from her. Jesse wakes in the house where she lived as a child, and now that at the sight of her aunt, Maret,
And Maret.
who hasn't aged, as is a vampire. Back on the island, Lestat is able to walk in the sun and is told by Akasha that they will rule all once more. He asks if their kingdom will include only corpses, and she replies with a blissful affirmation of his theory. Ah, pues es que este güey vio a todos los güeyes muertos ya.
Yeah, that's when he has that change of heart. But it's because remember, that's exactly why they say that Akasha and Ankle turned into stone, or like, yeah, se les había dado the will to live, because I'm guessing Ankle finally realized like, pues no mames, like nada más ando matando a todos.
O se fastidiaron, güey.
Sí, se fastidiaron, o sea,
O
que
se fastidiaron de porear.
Sí, exactamente, güey. Es como si llevas 5 o 6 meses non-stop pinche party, y nada más te andas recuperando 2, 3 horas al día de dormido y pues no mames, se te cansa el caballo y ya no quieres andar en el pedo. You wanna go home, yeah, be a good boy. Let's go to church.
Anything about this shit?
As far as, well, yeah, I actually see it like, you know, he starts understanding like, pues no mames, like maybe it's not as fun as I thought it would be, you know. Like, yeah, he's got a partner to live with now, but he chose, or the wrong partner chose him. Like, he wasn't looking for that. He thought, so that's what he represented to Marius, because Marius was trying to teach him self-control and like, hey, it's okay to party every once in a while, but then he was like, no, I want to party more. And now he finally gets someone that wants to party with him, but now she parties way more. And now it's like, hey, no mames, like, let's go. Y ponle, the first night, he's like, cool. But once he starts taking a stroll on the beach, and he starts seeing all the corpses, he's like, do I really want to rule? Like, because I feel like for Lestat, like his thing is more seated in power and being able to be admired, and you know, like he's got that ego boost, like he wants to be that king. Pero like he said, like once, like de qué me sirve ser rey if they're all gonna be dead, you know, like why live for it, you know. That's where he starts seeing that realization, like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to live the way I want to if I keep doing it like this.
You see, Wayne? By this point, the movie had already lost me. Like, 'cause, man, the time that I invested at the beginning of the movie has nothing to do with the time that I'm supposed to be investing right now.
The only thing that was keeping me like wanting to see the film, or not even wanting to see it, it was just hearing it, was the Deftones song, Change. Like it's the only like I was just like, okay, like fuck, whatever, let's go for it. But like I sort of like woke up from my doze when I heard the Deftones song, just because I used to love that song. Or I still do.
Like, I don't know, like, it's just, no sé, güey, like, no. ¿Cómo te puedo decir, güey? Like, se me hizo muy pendejo de la parte de la película, güey. La primera hora, que no tenga nada que ver con la segunda, güey. Because, before we get to the second part, like, to this last part of the movie, güey, ella todavía le dice a él, like, bueno, básicamente le dice a la chava, like, güey, yo no te voy a convertir, güey, porque no quieres esta maldad. Right? Hasta ahí estamos bien, güey, porque la película se sigue tratando de él y ella, del Lestat y la muchacha, no la vampira, no Akasha.
Jesse.
Ya, de Jessie.
The Talamascan.
So, hasta ahí estamos bien, güey. Aquí el pedo donde The Queen, like, donde Aliyah lo viene a salvar en el concierto, güey, se lo lleva. Ahora, hey, like, de nada me sirve, o sea, la pinche película se trataba de llegar al concierto, güey, y no pasó nada en el puto concierto. Like, si la movie hubiera acabado en el concierto, güey, se me hace que hubiera sido mucho más feliz yo. Because the movie sets you up as the concert being
Like the ending scene.
the ending. Y nada, güey.
It's because that would have probably been the ending if if they would have been split up into both books. Like if it would have been the Vampire Lestat, because now we've already known Lestat's journey, and what he went through with Marius, and now him waking up. That would have been like cut, boom, done. And then started off with Queen of the Damned. Now Akasha, boom, like now she comes in and she saves the day.
It would have been badass. Sorry. Just because my train of thought. It could have been badass. Si este güey está tocando el concierto, güey, y ella se levanta. And then that would have been the ending. Why? Because you know that's the next movie coming up.
Like you start seeing the attacks, but while the attacks are going, like they're still playing his music in the background.
Yeah.
And you see Akasha just wake up. Or start, like, her stone starts cracking.
Sí, y luego de ahí, güey, a brincar otra vez al de este, y este güey ya mató a todos.
Yeah.
Y luego este güey, like, en su power trip that you see, I am the best, or like, any immortals come towards me, like, I am your god, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. And ya, güey. Like, this is playing a theory porque yo jamás he leído los libros. Pero si se hubiera acabado ahí, güey, like, hubiera estado con madre, güey, porque la historia era todo este vato. So, who suggested this movie? Who's the next one banned? No, recommending like OG was
I think
banned.
it runs in the fucking family. No, but I agree, guys. Like I said at the very beginning, like I know this was horrible. Like,
Did you realize it was horrible after you watched it again?
yeah, because I told you I hadn't seen this movie in years, but I remember being so fond of it because of
Like
Aaliyah.
Face Off for me.
Yes, exactly. Like I was just like, oh, badass. And I told you the first time I watched it, I think I was like 30 minutes in on my couch, dude. And I woke up like maybe 45 minutes later, and I saw the last 20 minutes of the freaking movie. And then I did the same thing. I was like, well, no. Like you gotta watch the whole thing. Like in my mind, I was like, well, I already know it. I was just tired. And no.
Oh
Second
Lord.
Oh Lord. No, and then like again, like I went into it and I was like, I'm gonna watch this shit. Second time I watched it, fell asleep again. Like it wasn't like it kept me to it. Like, you know, like I couldn't.
Not too soft or during the Martinez Valley. Or movie name.
What can I say, man? I didn't grow up watching a lot of movies when I was younger. That's why, like, another thing too, it's like in my mind is like, wow, like now I'm part of a show that's covering movies where I mean, I guess I get it. I get the point of this because I'm going in with a blank slate, and I'm just going with my first honest opinion rather than having like a biased opinion like I thought I was gonna have for this movie. Like I was gonna be like, oh, this is my favorite movie, or like one of my favorite movies. Like I'm gonna like this is gonna be the best one. I'm giving my rating, and yep, no, that definitely isn't that. It
Yeah, like
definitely isn't that.
it was eye opening. Like for the first season eran todas like all the movies that I thought were that I really liked, that I loved, and I ended up not liking a lot of them. Like
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like it, like your tus gustos cambian. You know, like, and I really didn't think it was gonna be that bad. But yeah, like now I look at it and it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm ever recommending this movie ever again. Like, I like the soundtrack. I like the soundtrack, but other than that, like it's not even me. But I'm guessing too, like whenever I was younger, like for Halloween, I can remember 90% of the time that I'd get dressed up for Halloween was a vampire. Like it is what it is. And I'm guessing it was just like my fascination with being being vampires. Like I was just like I like that called to me, but now it's like like not really, not no more.
so, dude, at this time of the like by this part of the movie, wait, did you care anything about like
No.
yeah
Yeah, like
this
I
final
don't,
time
yeah.
that you watched it, yeah, you were done.
Yeah, I was just, I'm telling you, like, I woke up and I watched this last part, and it was a fuerzas just because I knew I had to speak on it, and I was like, no, you need to know exactly what the fuck's going on. That's what I'm saying. Like, the second time I watched it, I was just, like, that first time, I was just like, well, I slept through half of it, but I was like, I remember it. But I was like, no, like, you gotta watch it. You have to watch
You
it.
made me fucking
Like,
watch it.
huh?
You made me fucking
Yeah,
watch it.
exactly. Like, if I'm making everybody else watch it, like, yo.
I'll tell you what, wait. Like I went back to the fucking concert scene,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what movie am I fucking watching? Like, cause it was just out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fucking donde se lo lleva a ella, güey, donde ella lo salva y se lo lleva, like el ending, güey. I'm like, what the fuck? Like really, like
Mm-hmm.
it's called Queen of the Damned, and the fucking queen like got damned in like 5 minutes. like, ¿sí me entiendes? Like,
Yeah.
de lo que el nombre de la película no es de lo que se trata la película hasta los últimos 10 15 minutos, güey.
Mm-hmm.
Sí, no, 10 15 minutos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no fucking way. Like, ¿para qué me hiciste pasar el tiempo con la muchacha, güey? Que su tía, que era un culto donde ella estaba, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto, siendo que su tía era vampira también, a la verga. Y
Mm-hmm.
luego me hiciste involucrarme con este puñetas del stat, güey. Saber la historia de él, güey, de cómo lo crearon, de su mentor Marius. ¿Para qué, güey? ¿Para esto? Like, para que este güey quisiera, para que esta vieja lo escogiera a él, güey, como si fuera un Pokémon. Like,
I choose you.
sí, sí, güey.
No mames.
Like, para que fuera como si fuera un Pokémon, güey. Y ella quiere hacer su vida ahora con él, güey, después de que mató al otro, güey, que no tenía pedos con él, güey. Esta vieja dejó a su esposo, güey, por la nalga, güey. Y la nalga le dijo, no, sabes qué, mejor no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, tanto pinche pedo, güey, para llegar a eso.
Yeah.
Like, either they should have skipped the whole fucking Lestat part of the movie, güey, and started off here. Like, where, like, she's in love with him, or he, like, le va y le toca, güey. Like, the opening scene could have been him playing the violin with her, like, at the tomb. Y sí, no, o donde estaba sentada como con piedra, o en piedra, empiedrada. Like, hubiera empezado de ahí, güey. Y, like, verla que se mueve, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. Este güey le toma de la sangre, se va, güey. Siguiente escena, o pasan los días y no sé qué. We get a shot, y ya nomás está el güey así, con la pinche mordida o lo que tú quieras. Y ya eso hubiera sido la película, güey, a ver. Y se hubiera tratado de ella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No sé, güey. Y luego la pinche escena final también, güey. Like, Okay.
Breathe.
Yeah, no, it's fucking. So by this time, I'm already gone from the movie. Like I told you, like I watched the ending 3 times because I'm like, what the fuck, like, how did we, like, qué pasó, güey? Like, cause it doesn't make no sense. Like, llegan al concierto los otros güeyes, la familia vampira, y luego, oh, go get Jesse. Le dicen a uno, se va por Jesse, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. Y no, ni se hablan, güey, nomás se quedan viendo. Right?
Pues es que acuérdate, like she grew up with them, so she recognizes them and she knows that they don't grow old. Um, pero pues, I mean, es como si tú ves a tu tío y se ve igualito como lo recuerdas cuando tenías 5 o 6 años, you know, like.
Okay. Pero ¿qué tienen que ver? So, aquí es mi otra pregunta. No supimos nada de ellos, güey.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like that's where they messed. Like that's where Warner Brothers fucked this like utterly completely over. Because we'll see later on in an interview with the vampire. Interview with the vampire actually, they'll give you backstories from. They'll give you the backstories from the other characters compared to this movie. Yeah, like because there's so many, like I'm telling you, there's like from this movie alone or these 2 novels, they left out, I want to say it was like a total of 8 main characters. Like 8 different main characters, but because they wanted to mash both books into one film, like, and in a short period of time, like the Warner Brothers fucked up.
Yeah, like, porque no supimos ya nada de ellos. Llegan y así como que we're supposed to know that they're good. Like, cuando
Yeah, just because they were Jesse's family.
yeah, like, because we don't know shit about them.
And then, like, that's another thing too. Like, how is Marius like tied in with them when Marius had gone off separately to be with Lestat?
Yeah.
You know, like you like porque se ven que aparecen todos juntos en un montón, but in Jesse's young memories, you don't remember Marius.
No, pues, en sí, la que le dice de Marius es el güey con el que trabaja.
David, yeah.
Yeah. Él le platica a ella de Marius. Y de que él es el que se encarga de crear a Lestat.
Yeah.
Con las paintings.
And see, and like that's what I'm saying. Like Marius was not Lestat's maker. So like it's a freaking shit show.
Pero ¿para qué te enojas, güey?
Because I hate it when like when you make like when they take someone's idea and then just and spin it and make it their own. Like, because to me that's like plagiarism. Like it's like says mamón güey, like.
So, okay, so no es por defenderlo, güey. Pero en toda honestidad, lo único que hicieron es juntar 2 libros.
Yes, but they left out a lot of characters and they switched the stories. Like I said, Marius was not supposed to be the stats maker.
Yeah.
Aunt Maret isn't supposed to kill Akasha.
Pero, okay, so let me put it to you this way. In The Mist, the ending worked. But that's not the ending of the book. If this movie, if this movie would have been good, nobody would be talking about how they switched from the book to the fucking movie. The only reason why we're talking about how bad it is porque la movie no sirvió.
Yeah.
So, es la única diferencia. Si esta movie hubiera ni la pinche Alía, güey, hubiera salido y se hubiera llamado Queen of the Damned, pero it would have been a great movie, nobody would have been talking about, or we wouldn't have been talking about, damn, this movie sucked, or damn, no salió la Queen. Like, yeah, we would have mentioned, like, yeah, güey, pues nunca salió la reina, pero la movie está bien buena. Dígame.
Yeah. No, well, shit. I mean, I'm telling you, I think it had 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, even on IMDb, like, it got 5.2 out of 10. And they were generous, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I just think this movie tried to do too much.
Too
Too
much or
much
too
for
little.
itself. Too much of storytelling that led to nothing. Way.
Mm-hmm.
Like because the storytelling of Lestat led to absolutely nothing.
And see, like, all of the characters or actors that were in Interview with the Vampire, because this is supposed to be the sequel to that one, like, no one wanted to be a part of it.
Gareth Bell sale ahí, no? Gareth Bell no, it's the Christian Bell.
Yeah.
Isn't he Christian Bell?
It's Brad Pitt and...
Oh, Brad Pitt. I'm sorry, Brad
Yeah,
Pitt.
Brad Pitt and el otro muchacho, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and Kristen Dunst, Antonio Banderas, and a few other actors I don't remember off the top of my head. But
I
yeah,
wonder
like
who's
none of them.
Lestat.
Huh? Lestat, I think, was played by Tom Cruise. Like, so, and like, see, like, that's the difference. You'll see later on, like, Lestat was supposed to have long hair and blonde with blue eyes, where this one is brown hair, brown eyes. And then Marius was supposed to have long hair, and over here he's portrayed short hair.
A lo mejor se lo cortó, güey.
But I don't know, as a vampire, like, wouldn't your hair grow back out?
Pues siempre lo tienen bien cuidado, güey. Bien bonito. Yo nunca he visto un vampire con pelo feo.
Sí, cierto.
Ningún pinche vampire.
Pues no mames, güey. Si tienes todo ese pinche tiempo para vivir, mínimo vas a tener que aprender cómo peinarte. Mínimo.
A ver. Entonces.
Dance.
So, llegamos al final de la película,
Sí.
güey. So, entre todos los vampiros se pelean, güey. Like, no hay nada bonito de esta pinche escena tampoco, güey. Básicamente, Akasha les dice a todos, hey, síganme porque yo soy la reina. Like, todos los que estén en contra de mí se van a morir. Le da el brazo a este güey para que le chupe la mano. Este güey le empieza a chupar la mano y se enoja porque no lo deja ir, no la deja ir. Y luego, pues, estos güeyes se amontonan, right? Le avienta fuego a uno o la energy ball, le avienta la energy ball a otro. Se están peleando, se la amontonan.
El Hadouken.
Sí, le avienta, son 3 o 4, güey. La ponen como arching, right? Y ya no puede hacer nada. I guess she should have been arching all the time para poder que no pudiera hacer nada.
No, es que, like, they're draining her energy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
entre más sangre le sacan, the less energy she has. Por eso ya de rato así como que ya no puede moverse la cabrón. And that's why she says, like, you kill me, you kill yourselves.
Okay. So de ahí, este güey corre a Jesse, le dice, oh, perdona, me dormí. Jesse sobrevive.
And then Jesse and Lestat pay a visit to a very nervous David. Returning to the diary she took, she offers him the gift, but he says he is too old. The couple walk off into a haze of lights and flashing by figures who carry on with their normal lives. And then Marius enters David's office, well aware that David has obsessed over him for many years, and greets David with a polite tone. This ends the film with the question whether Marius will in fact turn David, and if Lestat and Jesse will truly be lovers until the ending of the universe. Y se acaba el pedo.
You see, this would have been, after the concert way, this would have been the perfect ending, having nothing to do with the Queen of the Damned. Or with Aaliyah. Hey, ¿qué onda, Ochi Barber?
Qué rollo.
Like, this ending would have made a lot more sense, güey. Like, basically no ocupabas Akasha. Like, you didn't need her for this movie, güey. Nos hubieras ahorrado 20 minutos de pendejadas. Like, porque no lo ocupabas. No lo ocupabas para nada, güey. Like, en el concert, güey, hubiera pasado algo que no sé qué, hubieran lastimado a Jesse, güey. Right, that's her name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse.
hubieran lastimado a Jesse, este güey se hubiera dado cuenta, pues esta es la morra con la cual yo quiero estar. Like, va a correr con ella, güey. Like, la muerde o no sé, le pasa sangre, o como tú quieras, IV, lo que le quieras hacer, güey. Ella lo lleva con el güey, le entregan el libro, los dos están juntos, se van, güey, y se acaba, güey. Like, si quieres también pones la parte de Marys, güey. En la office de David. Y ya, güey, no ocupabas a Leo, güey. Like, esta movie hubiera acabado igual, güey, con o sin Aaliyah.
I don't think it would have made it worth watching if Aaliyah wasn't there.
It's not worth watching.
Well, yeah.
Like, please,
True.
please
Very
tell me. Please use your words correctly here.
Anyway, guys, your final thoughts on the movie.
Yeah, tell us what you think, guys.
What did you think?
Like,
Did
this
you
movie-
like it? Did you absolutely hate it? Like, I don't know.
¿Por qué estás tan desilusionado, güey?
I was expecting a whole lot more for one of my childhood favorite movies. I know, Peter. I concur.
¿Por qué estás tan triste, güey? Es lo que yo no entiendo.
I'm telling you, like, I was expecting so much more. Like, I literally feel like this is my
Face off?
yeah, my face off to you know, like I was "Dad, this is my fucking movie. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy it." Amen. I'm just hoping I don't fucking feel the same way about The Crow. Porque luego I'm gonna fucking hate the fact that I tattooed this fucking tattoo on me when I was young. Yeah, like it would piss me off. But that one I think I do enjoy still. Hopefully. I don't know if as much, but I know I do. Or I know I should still enjoy it.
So, if you guys watched the movie, what do you guys rate it? Let us know, guys, what you think. I'll be 100% honest with you, eh? I thought Sweeney Todd was a piece of shit. Then Scary Movie came out. Okay. So this movie is in between Sweeney Todd way and Scary Movie way. Like, to me, it is a 2.
Okay. I'll take it, yeah, because I was just like, I was expecting a lot more from this movie too. Like I said, nos cambian los gustos as we grow older. And I can definitely see that in this movie now.
Do you think anything had to do with acting? Like, was it just also bad acting way? Like, honestly, I just think the whole movie, like, shouldn't. I don't think the movie should have come out. Shouldn't have come out.
I'm telling you, it was a rushed project. When Warner Brothers had 7 years to come up with it, they just decided to be petty and say, you know what, we don't want Anne Rice to
The rights to
to go back with the rights and go with a different cinematic
like,
producer or whatever.
Yeah, like a company.
Yeah, company. Like they were just like, you know what, like, nah. Yeah, that's exactly the way I feel.
No se vale. Like, no se vale. Like, I opened up the whole first season was movie I fucking loved. You guys, that's the whole point.
Yeah, and you know, like you're able to see exactly like what's going on, and it's just it's a little disappointing.
Now, it could be different though, because the movies are different for everybody. So a lo mejor a alguien no le gusta una movie, like I think we had it like with Saw. Like, you give it a 5, I give it an 8. Like, I still love the movie. Like, so it could be that. You want to destroy my movie. No es tanto eso. Pero, okay, so vamos a ponerlo así. Vamos a decir que tú la vuelves a ver con una perspectiva diferente, right? Like, you watch the movie, like, just to watch it. And then somebody else watches the movie just to watch it too, and then you have opinions over the movie. and be like, oh, well, I didn't see it that way, or hey, I never saw it that way. You see, and that's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's been some films on here like Pan's Labyrinth, Guardians of the Galaxy, Saw, even Sweeney Todd. Like for Guardians of the Galaxy, you give it a 9, I give it a 7.8.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than a point difference. Back to the Future también, where it was a point difference.
No, I don't want you to ruin Phantom of the Opera for me.
Phantom of the Opera.
No, I don't. I feel like it might ruin it for me now, but no, don't ruin it for me.
I don't think I've ever
I'm
seen
just
it.
gonna leave it in the past. Like, hey, I enjoyed it while I did.
So Saw, it was a 3-point difference. So even Sweeney Todd was a 2-point difference. You give it a 3, I give it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of War, nah, estaba igual. Pan's Labyrinth, you give it a 9.8, I give it a 7.8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and seeing like that's one of them that I couldn't stray away from. Like, I just love that movie.
Oh yeah, you see, like, pero es algo que voy with it.
And seeing like that is like actually one of the movies I had suggested.
OG Barber, you have no rights for next season, bro. Like, as a community, we decided you have no rights to decide on movies. One season, next season, there's no way that we're gonna pick your movies.
You might be able to come up back for
For
season 4.
season 4, we just as a community, we decided.
Hey, you weren't even here for
For your movies.
your movies. Yes, exactly. You weren't here for your movies, so we had to revoke your rights.
So let me tell you for your movies, okay? You chose Sweeney Todd. I give it a 5 because it's a decent movie. It's not trash. It's a decent. I just won't watch it again. Lorenzo gave it a 3.
And that's that I enjoy musicals. Like, what the fuck?
For scary movies, OG, Lorenzo gave it a 3. I give it a 1.5. And 1 point was the first 5 minutes of the movie. like everything else made 0.5 points.
And the reason why I defended it was because the Damien brothers.
Yep.
It's the only reason I didn't give it a lower rating.
So for Queen of the Damned, I gave it a 2. What's your?
I'm gonna stick with my 4. Like, I honestly thought I was gonna keep
So you think
like
Sweeney? Oh no, never mind. It's above Sweeney.
yeah, no, it's above Sweeney. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's above Sweeney and above Scary Movie, but I knew it was gonna come close. So like,
Pues a los dos le diste el 3.
see, yeah, like, see, like, I really thought in my head before watching this movie again, I was like, man, this is gonna be a solid 8, solid 7. You know, well, está chingón. Yeah, no, I just couldn't keep going with it.
Also, you need to be present to defend it. I still have nightmares on the movie Phantom of the Opera. Thanks, brother.
Oh shit, really? You had nightmares on Phantom of the Opera?
Too much singing.
Oh. Well, it is a musical, sir.
You see, in Sweeney Todd, jumping back, Sweeney Todd's music, it just didn't work.
Yeah, it was like too monotone.
Yeah. The face da, Ota.
Mm-hmm. True. But they weren't even as bad as like the original Phantom of the Opera that they had for like the original monsters. Like if you play back like Phantom of the Opera from the other one, like from the old school one, like his face is like completely messed up, his nose is missing, things like that. Like at least this version with Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera with Gerard Butler playing the Phantom. His face is just like half of it is burned off. Like it looks like 3rd-degree burns, but that side's always being covered by the.
Jamás lo he visto.
Yeah.
So, I got this. Nomás para que sepan, guys.
Yes. And next week, guys, we will be covering Interview with the Vampire. The only reason we switched it up, because the next one was supposed to be The Crow, was because I finally found out, or we found out, that this movie was supposed to be
It's the sequel to the interview
it's a
with the vampire.
sequel to Interview with the Vampire. If we would have known this beforehand, we would have probably done Interview with the Vampire and then Queen of the Damned. But because we try to keep it as honest as possible, we just did it the way it was.
Honestly, if we would have watched Interview with the Vampire and then jumped to this one,
I would have given it a lower rating.
yeah,
I think so too.
yeah.
You read my mind, because I would have. I'm thinking I would have.
It's the one with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, it's not a good movie.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
That's not.
Yeah, it didn't do nothing for me.
But like Smiley said, movies, it depends on your genre.
Yeah,
like,
on your genre. Mm-hmm.
like, if you like, yeah, but no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it just wasn't for me.
So
I couldn't even put that under like a gangster movie. Like,
because it's supposed to be rated.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have even considered that a gangster movie. Like, yeah, like Scarface, I can do a gangster movie, but
Yeah, and the first Scarface I also like.
mm-hmm.
Like from the 50s, 60s. The original Scarface movie. Like that movie's legit too. Yeah, those are gangster movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, OG Barber, thank you for your cooperation, but no, actually got the Goodfellas is here for this season.
Goodfellas is
So
for this season.
the closing, ya nos quedan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies. La final de la temporada is
Son
Interview
seis,
with the
güey.
Vampire. What?
Son 6 películas y lo al final.
Son 1, 2, 3,
Six
4,
movies.
5, 6, 7. Son 7, güey.
Thank you, Adam. Have a good night.
Have a good night. So is Interview with the Vampire, Spotlight, V for Vendetta, The Crow, Crimen del Padre Amaro, The Man from Nowhere, and Goodfellas. Son 7.
That's good.
Faltan 8 semanas.
Ah, sí, cierto. Es que Interview with the Vampire, lo estoy viendo en negro, por eso. That's why I didn't count it.
Yeah, so it's Interview with the Vampire, Spotlight, V for Vendetta, The Crow. There's, except for The Man from Nowhere way, and Interview with the Vampire is a lot better than Queen of the Damned. It should be a pretty solid ending.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like it will be.
Anything else?
Nothing at all. Just want to thank you guys for not booing us off the stage, or booing me off the stage today.
Oh, there's some. It's been some.
Yeah,
There's been some tough weeks. There's been some tough watches.
it sure has.
Yeah, but honestly, that's what we signed up for.
Yeah, hey, I mean, that's what this podcast is here for, like, to be able to share our honest opinions on how we feel with them, regardless on how we felt before going in.
Yeah. So, and honestly, I think The Man from Nowhere could go both ways. It could either be a very good movie for some, or it could be a fucking awful movie for another one. Damn, now I want to watch it just so I can set myself up for it.
Yeah, I know.
And The Man from Nowhere, I haven't even, like, it wasn't that long ago that I watched it. Like, I think it's been like 3-4 years the last time I watched it.
Since the last time you watched it?
Yeah. But hopefully Interview with the Vampire is a lot better way.
Yeah.
Let me see. You know what? Give me one quick minute. No me puedo quedar con la duda, güey. Esta era 17% real, Queen of the Damned?
Yeah. Oh, you can check the ratings for it?
Yeah. Oh, HBO Max has it. 64%. That is, I can live with that.
It's a whole lot better than 17%.
Than 17%.
Yeah. See, oh yeah, Lestat was played by Tom Cruise, not Brad Pitt. But yeah.
So who's Lewis?
Huh? Louis? Louis is another person that was supposed to come out. And Daniel was he was the one that conducting the interview with Louis. I think it was Louis or Lestat. I don't remember who was the one doing the interview, but um, like I'm telling you, like this was missing a whole bunch of freaking characters.
The Interview with the Vampire
Mm-hmm.
or Queen of the Dam?
Interview with the vampire. Well, Queen of the Dam was missing a whole bunch of characters. Damn, Thandui Newton looks a lot like what's her name?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Gamora.
Oh, sí, it's the Rosario Dawson.
No, not Dawson. It's not Rosario Dawson. It's
Who,
Chica.
Gamora?
Yeah.
Zoe
Yeah,
Saldaña.
Saldaña, exactly. I was like, I know it's not that, but they look eerily similar. But yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you once again for joining us today. Hopefully, you guys will be here for the next one, and I already know it's going to be better than this week's. But prepare. I think this one is a little bit long. I think this one's like 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Me aventé esta, güey. Que dura 1 hora 40 minutos a la verga, o 2 horas.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours and 2 minutes.
2 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah, I knew it was a little bit longer. But yeah, hopefully we don't do as many vampire movies anymore. I don't know, maybe better vampire movies.
Dura 20 minutes more que la otra.
Mm-hmm. That's damn. But other than that, brother, anything else you would like to say?
Nah, we're Gucci, guys. Thank you guys so much. Perdón por lo de la semana pasada, guys. We'll try to keep it more
Consistent.
More consistent, but thank you guys. I know it's getting, every time seems to be getting a little later. But we're gonna try to keep it between 9:30 the latest. Pero hopefully we can do it earlier, like if I change my schedule and have different days off and shit like that. Just so we can work on that. But thank you guys so much. Yo sé que es un poquito tarde, pero thank you, Corbies. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Thank you, OG Barber, for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the week. Remember, guys, if it's not up to you, just leave it alone, guys. I don't know, raza.
Later, guys.
WWE.